I used to sit in meetings, heart pounding, too afraid to speak up, watching others get credit for my ideas. I believed confidence was something you were born with, a secret gene I just didn't have. But that's the lie. We build confidence step by step, not by waiting to feel ready, but by acting before we do. Confidence is a skill, not a trait. Today, I'll share 3 practical secrets that transformed my confidence and can change yours too. These are tools you can use immediately. If you're tired of letting fear run your life, let's get started. The first secret to unlocking your true potential? It's simpler than you might think, but it's also one of the most powerful tools you'll ever use. Borrow confidence until it's yours. Yes, you heard that right. You don't have to wait for confidence to magically appear before you take action. Instead, you can step into it, even if it feels a little awkward at first. This isn't about faking it or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about channeling the version of yourself who already believes she can do it. The version who stands tall, speaks clearly, and takes on challenges with courage. Imagine her. What does she look like? How does she move? How does she speak? Start acting like her, even if you don't fully feel like her yet. I remember the first time I was tapped to lead a huge project at work. My heart raced, my palms were sweaty, and I was absolutely terrified. The doubts crept in. What if I mess up? What if I'm not good enough? But then I paused and asked myself a simple question. What would the confident version of me do right now? I pictured her, calm, collected, ready to take on anything. And then, even though I was scared, I decided to act as if I was her. I took a deep breath, straightened my shoulders, and stepped forward. The more I acted like her, the more I started to become her. Each time I made a decision, spoke up in a meeting, or tackled a new challenge, I felt a little bit stronger. It didn't happen overnight, but with every small step, my confidence grew. And something amazing happened. People around me started to respond differently. They listened more closely, trusted my ideas, and offered their support. Their belief in me helped reinforce my own, and soon I wasn't just borrowing confidence. I was building it for real. Here's the truth. Confidence doesn't come before action. It follows it. Every time you take a step forward, even if you're nervous, you're teaching your brain that you're capable. The more you do, the more you believe. Think about learning to drive. At first, you're nervous, unsure, maybe even a little scared. But you get behind the wheel anyway. You act like a driver before you truly feel like one. And with practice, you become one. That's how confidence works in every area of life. So the next time you're facing something that scares you, pause for a moment. Close your eyes and visualize your boldest, most confident self. See her in your mind, how she stands, how she speaks, how she handles challenges. Borrow her posture, borrow her words, borrow her decisions. Let her guide you, even if you're not sure you can do it on your own yet. With every action you take, you're getting closer to becoming her for real. Don't wait for confidence to show up before you act. Take action first, even if your voice shakes or your hands tremble. The feeling of confidence will follow, step by step. Every time you do this, you lay another brick in your foundation of real, lasting confidence. It's a process, and every small action counts. Over time, you'll look back and realize you've built something unshakable. So go ahead, borrow confidence until you own it. One day you'll wake up and realize it's been yours all along. Jealousy is a feeling we all experience, but it can quietly sabotage your confidence if you let it take root. It often creeps in when you least expect it. Maybe while you're scrolling through social media, seeing someone else's highlight reel, or hearing about a colleague's big promotion. Suddenly, you start to question your own worth and wonder if you're falling behind. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that someone else's win means there's less left for you, as if success is a pie with only so many slices to go around. You might feel like every achievement you see is a reminder of what you haven't done, and that can be discouraging. I know this feeling all too well. I remember watching a friend's career take off. She was getting awards, promotions, and recognition, while I felt stuck in the same place. I couldn't help but compare her success to my own, and it made me feel small, even though I was proud of her. But here's the truth. Comparison is a trap. It drains your energy, clouds your judgment, and distracts you from your own unique path. When you're busy measuring your progress against someone else's, you lose sight of your own goals and the things that make you special. The mantra that changed everything for me was simple but powerful. Good for her, not for me. It's a gentle reminder that someone else's success doesn't take away from your own potential. Their journey is theirs, and yours is yours. Instead of letting envy take over, try celebrating her win. Send a congratulatory message, clap for her achievements, and genuinely wish her well. Then, gently bring your focus back to your own goals and dreams. Remember, her journey is hers, yours is yours. Life isn't a race, and there's no single path to success. Each of us is walking our own unique road with different challenges, opportunities, and timelines. When you stop comparing yourself to others, you gain clarity and energy for your own progress. You start to see your own strengths and accomplishments more clearly, and you can move forward with renewed purpose. So next time envy hits, pause and say the mantra, "Good for her, not for me." Celebrate her success, then take one small step forward in your own lane. Focus on your own growth, your own journey, and the things that truly matter to you. There's enough success for all of us. The world is full of opportunities, and someone else's achievement doesn't diminish your own. In fact, when we lift each other up, we all rise higher together. So cheer for others, support their wins, and then get back to writing your own story, one that's authentic, fulfilling, and uniquely yours. Your time will come, and your journey is worth celebrating too. The third secret, say yes, scared. This might sound simple, but it's one of the most powerful tools you can use to change your life. We often wait for the perfect moment, for the fear to disappear, or for a sign that we're finally ready. But the truth is, that moment rarely comes. The real magic happens when you say yes, even when your heart is pounding and your hands are shaking. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's acting despite it. It's looking at the thing that scares you and deciding to move forward anyway. Every person you admire, every story of triumph you've ever heard, started with someone who was scared, but said yes anyway. Every big change in my life started with a yes that absolutely terrified me. I remember the first time I was asked to give a keynote speech. I felt completely unqualified, convinced that someone else would do a better job. My mind raced with doubts. What if I failed? What if I embarrassed myself? But I said yes, even though my voice trembled and my stomach was in knots. My comfort zone was a cage, and saying yes was the key that unlocked the door. For years I stayed inside, safe but stagnant, watching opportunities pass me by. It wasn't until I started saying yes to things that scared me that I realized how much I was missing out on. I was scared, but I prepared, showed up, and did it anyway. I practiced my speech in front of the mirror, rehearsed my notes backstage, and reminded myself that growth only happens when we step into discomfort. Each time I faced my fear, I learned something new about myself. I wasn't transformed by waiting to feel ready. I became ready by doing the hard thing. The act of stepping onto that stage, of facing my fear head-on, was what changed me. I realized that readiness is a myth. It's action that creates confidence. Each scary yes builds your courage muscles. Just like lifting weights at the gym, every time you say yes to something that scares you, you get a little bit stronger. Over time, what once felt impossible starts to feel achievable. You begin to trust yourself more, knowing you can handle whatever comes your way. Your brain wants to keep you safe, to protect you from discomfort and risk. But growth lives outside your comfort zone. The life you dream of, the person you want to become, is waiting for you on the other side of fear. It's natural to feel resistance, but that resistance is a sign you're on the right path. The next time an opportunity scares you, don't say no, say yes, even if your voice shakes, even if your hands tremble. That's where transformation happens. The most meaningful moments in life are often the ones that scare us the most. Ask yourself, what are you avoiding right now? What's the thing you keep putting off because it feels too big, too scary, or too uncertain? That's your growth edge. That's the place where you have the most to gain. Say yes scared, and meet the stronger, braver version of yourself on the other side. Every time you choose courage over comfort, you expand your world and discover new possibilities. You'll look back and realize that the things that once terrified you are now the very things that define your strength. Your future self will thank you for every scared yes you said, because each one brings you closer to the life you truly want and the person you're meant to become. So the next time fear tries to hold you back, remember, say yes scared. You're braver than you think. So 3 secrets. Borrow confidence, say, good for her, not for me, and say yes scared. These are tools, not magic. Use them. Confidence is built in small, brave moments every day. Pick one secret and try it today. Act like your future self, celebrate someone else, or say yes to something scary. Share your choice in the comments. Your story could inspire someone else. You're stronger than you think, and you're ready for change. Now go out there and start building.